Even if you think that you're an expert at websites and navigation, don't skip this video. There's some really important information that you won't want to miss. Let's start by becoming familiar with Newbird's main interface. You've already found the help menu up here on the main navigation bar. We'll go into these buttons over here in greater detail in other videos. But here next to the help button, you've got configurations, your profile, and this is the logout button here. The navigation bar is where you'll gain access to all of the various modules of Newbird. You'll become really familiar with this customer service tab here, giving you access to the client's database and call sheets. There are many training videos dedicated to call sheets, so be sure to check all of those out as you work through the call sheet series. For today, I'm working in the client's database. I'm just going to navigate to an example client, but don't worry about what any of this means at this stage. I'm navigating to a place where I can show you several things at once, so just bear with me. Okay, directly beneath the main navigation bar, you'll sometimes see what's referred to as breadcrumbs. Administrators have special access to unlock the full capabilities of these breadcrumbs. Down the side here, you see this context menu displayed. It has menu items and functions that are usually specific to whatever's displayed over here in the main screen. The call sheets context menu operates very similarly to the one I've just shown you. That's the basics of getting around, but we're not quite done. There's one more concept in this video that's very important for every user of Newbird to understand, and that's display modules. Sometimes when a context menu is showing, you'll see this display icon, usually at the top. This will let you completely customize what's important to you when viewing something in Newbird. Let's use the client's database again as an example, but the same principle applies for call sheets and employee management or pretty much any other data endpoint in this system. If you see this icon, you know it means you can customize whatever it is that you're working on. So I'm back looking at my client, but there's not much on the screen, nothing useful except their name and business number. Let's fix that. Clicking on the display modules icon will change the main screen and pop out a menu that will allow you to add modules to the page. Now for me, I like having a list of business personnel and sites. That's the most important thing for me, but a sales manager may want to have sales diaries and tasks. Someone in the warehouse may only be interested in contact information like phone numbers and websites. The whole point of being able to customize the layout is because the alternative is simply displaying everything. And apart from being slow, it isn't a one-size-fits-all system, and not everyone is going to need every available module. So now you may be thinking, but sometimes I want social media and file uploads, and other times I want the task list and sales diary. Are you telling me that I have to go in here and change the layout every time I want to look at something different? Of course the answer is no. You can set up as many custom layouts as you like. Let's add a new one. I'll name it categories, which I'll type in here. Now by clicking here on the plus button, I open the list of modules. I'm going to add the industry types and tags modules. Remember to save them to the layout. You'll see two save buttons. If you're planning on adding additional modules, you can just push the save button. If you're done editing, push the save and close page layout editing button, which you see here and here. We'll add one more. Let's call this one to do and add tasks and one of these diary options. Here's another trick. You can rearrange the modules to display in any order you like. Drag them up and down here or here if you like. You've also got these buttons here letting you set the width of the modules. Some we've set at full width, like this task module, because they work best this way, but with others you can see that you can have different width options to play around with. Don't forget to save and close. Right, now we've got a couple of different layouts. You can switch between them manually like this using the drop down or clicking on each tab, or you can use the shortcut keys holding Control and pressing the left and right square bracket keys on your keyboard as I'm doing now. See how fast that is? We're switching between two different layouts super fast, and there's always a little pop-up telling you which layout you've switched to as well. I'd encourage you to explore all of the available display modules when you first visit something like the client's database. Find which ones are relevant to you and arrange them in useful page layouts. By the way, you can have the same modules appear twice in different page layouts if you need them to.